Welcome back to BK Talks Games. Today I'm here with an interview of a very special person, someone I've held near and dear to my heart, my best friends for the past 5 years, Branden Pannell. Branden, thanks for being here today. First, let's start with just a 1 to 2 minute synopsis of you, your life, someone meeting you for the first time. What is or who is Branden Pannell?
Good question, man. I would tell them, my name is Branden Pannell. I'm a college women's basketball coach at Ave Maria. I was a former basketball player at Ave Maria as well. And I use this field of sports as a ministry tool to help athletes grow and develop as people and strengthen their relationship with Christ.
Yeah, you speak about ministry. You're a great speaker. You're kind of doing all the public speaking stuff. But it wasn't always this way. You weren't really this out vocal person up until the past couple of years. What really changed and what kind of inspired you to go that route?
Yeah, man. During my playing days, I had a number of injuries. And while I was on the sideline with those injuries, my relationship with God really thrived. I started to study our coach, as we know how important faith is to him, and really just the community that AMU is located in. It nurtured me and it taught me, how to be a human and how to love and what that means and why it's so important. So throughout that journey, that's when I really started to develop my identity and figure out what I was good at.
Yeah, I can definitely tell, because especially with the classes and stuff, we've had some classes together, and you kind of really blossomed, but it wasn't until really that junior year when you started to see the results come to fruition, and then obviously senior year was filled with all the different things that you did, the speaking, the motivations. You had a couple of speeches in the auditorium and stuff, so it's really been fun to watch you blossom into that. And now it's kind of shift more to you said you're a women's basketball coach.
Yes, sir.
You're about halfway, 3/4 of the way through your first season as an assistant to, so what's kind of worked well so far? What have you enjoyed, and what's kind of been a challenge that you've gone through?
That's a great question, man. I love the transparency. So the joy, I would say, is being able to serve, right? It's not about me. I get to fade into the background, and I just get to serve. So I really like making an impact, even if nobody sees it. The service has probably been the best part, connecting with people and kind of just the whole Jesus identity. It's been fun. The challenge, bro, I'm gonna be honest, was I'm 22. Some of our girls are 22, man. Right? So when I first came in, I was just in school with you a year ago, right? And so navigating that space and just understanding that God is calling me higher with this platform, he's not calling me to shrink because of the narrative. He's calling me to, develop and express and be and do whatever he wants me to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I came back for the home opener game, I could really tell that you've kind of immersed yourself in this team. Everyone's kind of, you're all buddy with them, and it's really you're kind of, like you said, you were in Cleveland last year, but you kind of blossomed as more of a leader now, vocal figure, which is definitely something to note. And then let's go back to the speaking, because you said your inspiration was kind of the community here, Coach Copeland, things of that nature. What would you kind of say to someone who's looking to maybe get into speaking, what to inspire them, or the route they should go, stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely, man. To anybody who's looking to get into speaking, I would tell them, number one, it's not about you, and it will never be about you. It's always about the message and the gift that you are giving, providing, and serving to the audience. That takes away 95% of the fears that people have of public speaking. The reason why people are so afraid is because they think it's about them. They think when they get in front of a large audience, people are thinking about their hair or their shoes or how their voice sounds. Truth be told, no one cares about you. They only care about what you can provide for them in the spotlight. That's the first thing I would tell them. And then the second thing I would tell them is make sure their message comes from the heart. Make sure their message is rooted in love and that it's truly about the audience. So kind of mirroring that other point. But so the first thing would be, it's not about them. And the second thing is message rooted in love.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think, was that one of your themes? It's not about you. That was one of your themes for the topic? Yeah, I thought that sounded familiar, yeah. Yeah, no, that was a great talk. But back to you used to play basketball, of course, and you were here for about 3 years, scholarship and all that stuff. You were recruited to play basketball. That's why you came here initially. Am I correct in that?
That's correct.
That's initially why you came here. But then all those injuries started piling up and the speaking started to come to fruition. And when you left the basketball team senior year, how hard was it to do that? And also, two-pronged question, what kind of inspired you to kind of finally make that full plunge and commit to speaking?
Great question. This may be the same answer, but it got to the point where, I was a senior, been here for 3 years, career was right, a lot of injuries. But dude, I woke up one morning and I realized the jersey I wore was no longer the best part about me. And after that realization, it was like, wait a second, I don't need this anymore. It's also costing me more than it's giving me. It's funny because I would come to games and I would look in the stands and I would see people here who showed up to support me because of who I was off the court.
Wow.
And after that realization, I was like, wait a second, I'm getting hurt. I got concussions, torn labrums, sprained ankles, like vertigo. I was like, dude, I need to put this down and really shift into the space that my heart is desiring to work in and minister in. So,
yeah, no, it's powerful because I do remember, the whole big announcement you had that you were leaving, and like it was tough because like we worked together for 3 years, and like it was great to see you blossom as a basketball player, but also kind of it didn't. Well, I'm not trying to say it like hurt me because it's not about me, but like kind of made me a bit upset for you because we were working so hard and to have all these setbacks after setbacks after setbacks.
Yeah.
But it was also in a way great to see you blossom in a different way, in a different light. So now I kind of got to ask. I mean, I think I know what the answers come in here, but what was more fun, coaching or playing?
Yeah, bro, coaching.
Oh, interesting.
Coaching.
I was going to say playing.
Because it's funny because people ask me all the time, do you miss the playing days, right? You know what I'm saying, college basketball playing. Now, the school that I played at, under that coach, with some of those players, fourth school in the country, you know what I'm saying? Fourth best school in the country. Yeah. So here's why. I never had the experience that people would think. Like, I didn't live under the limelight where I was playing 30 minutes a game and I was scoring and, I was really, really making an impact on my team. I was always trying to get healthy. Yeah. So I was always starting from a place of recovery. I was never starting at the starting line. It seems like I was always starting 20 steps behind everybody. Like, by the time I come and I'm actually ready to compete, y'all let them play 5 months. You had preseason, you got the first 10 games out the way. Yeah. I'm just getting warm. So I never really had that universal experience that the crowd seems to think is there when they look at athletes on the court, if that makes sense. The reason why coaching is more fun is because I get to incorporate my playing days and my playing experiences with how I coach and minister and serve them. And so I try to always keep that in mind of what it felt like to play for certain people, what it felt like to be on the court, what it felt like to be tired, what it felt like to be burdensome, still having to come to practice in the games. I think I can make more of an impact, as a coach than I could as a player. And I think at the end of the day, that's all I ever wanted to do, no matter the level, was make an impact.
No, I'm glad I asked that because I thought you were going to say playing days, but it's a good point. You were starting a few steps behind people. You were trying to get healthy, and then let's go.
Right.
And at that point, you're halfway through the season. So that's good. I'm glad you shared that insight with me. So kind of let's do maybe a compare contrast here. Your favorite memory traveling as a player versus traveling as a coach. I know you still have only half a season or so of traveling as a coach, but kind of maybe.
Favorite memory as a player. Favorite memory. I don't know if you were here for this. You may have been, but it was all of us in this one dorm room. I think we were in Joe's, and it was Lucas, Chase, Matt Gillis, Clyde, Vince. It was Sean. It was all of us. And Lucas was playing his banjo guitar thing. And dude, we're all in this room, and out of nowhere, Chase starts going around the room, and he's giving each guy instructions. He says, you're gonna make this noise, right? And for some, he's using his hands. For others, he's using his voice. And dude, the next 5 minutes, we're in this acapella jam session. And everybody has a different musical instrument. Somebody's using a pencil to tap on the dresser. And it was so wholesome, bro. And we were in sync, and we were, it was awesome. So that's my favorite moment as a player. It's funny, it's nothing to do with basketball.
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes how it goes, though.
And then this is a top 3 favorite moment as a coach. We're in Georgia, man. We're on Jekyll Island, and it's 8:30, 9 o'clock, and the girls want to go get ice cream. So I get a text, hey, can you drive us to get ice cream? Cool, no problem. Man, we get in that van. It's the whole team in the van. So it was like 16 of us, bro, and they're all piled up, on each other. This is not safe. But anyway, and music is blasting and the windows down and we're just driving, and they were just super excited to be with each other. And it was just one of those authentic, unpredictable team bonding moments that I think they'll remember for a long time.
That's awesome. I know that's kind of the sign of a great team when they like hanging out together.
Yep,
There's teams that do, there's teams that don't. The teams that do usually experience more success. So
It's ironic because just comparing and contrasting, both moments that I just spoke about are the same.
yeah, literally.
Which is
They're the same,
ironic.
like, differently.
Exactly. So
No, yeah, and they have nothing to do with basketball, but that's kind of like the point. I feel like the best memories
Yep.
are made either like on the road or like you said, like in the room, just doing
Yep.
whatever it was, with the banjo and the music, and who knows.
yep.
But yeah, so I'll get a couple more questions, and
Please,
then I'll let you go.
please.
You have a memoir.
That's
You
right,
wrote it
that's right.
about, I think it was about a year ago, right?
That's right, brother.
Yeah. So just speak to me a little bit about that, and then also speak to me about what inspired you to write that.
Okay. The memoir, it's called It's Okay to Be Lost, and it is about the 25 to 27 things that I believe make or break young adulthood, specifically during their college experience. We go over topics such as loneliness, we talk about comparison, we talk about gossip, we talk about fun, we talk about identity, we talk about fear, we talk about a lot. And I felt like, right, as a college student, these topics were drastically affecting the way our people functioned.
Yes.
Yet nobody was talking about them. They weren't getting any attention. There were no practical tools. There were no stories. There was no sort of asset to help them go through this journey with these concepts. And I wrote the book for my peers, for the person sitting next to me in class, in front and in back. That's why I wrote it. Now, right, answering the inspiration question, I felt God was calling me to write this project, like I said, for the people around me. The inspiration came from the stories that I heard, from the stories that were on my heart. I've always wanted to write memoirs, plural, so this was just the first one that I got to do.
And then where can someone who's interested in buying, where can they find
for
it?
sure. It's on Amazon. You can type It's Okay to Be Lost or Branden Pannell. It'll pop up.
All right, last question.
Yes, sir.
Kind of maybe start this as like a time capsule or something. I maybe send you this in 11 months or something
Okay,
like that.
I love it.
At the end of 2026, Branden Pannell will blank.
At the end of 2026, Branden Pannell will.
It's kind of super open-ended, so you can take your time.
Yeah. This is good. Oh, okay. At the end of 2026, Branden Pannell will be a model of Christ-like love.
That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I'll make sure to keep you. I'll make sure to hold you to that. Make sure to send you.
Please.
Well, not hold you to that in like a you have to be like this, but
Yep.
but I'll send you that in a couple months
Thank you.
and
Thank you.
see if you hopefully
Good.
achieve that. But yeah.
There is one thing I wanted to note on. You have been such an instrumental part in the behind-the-scenes work of the basketball program, bro, but also in my life, because we know about our journeys together.
Yes, we do.
So just to make this clear, you were there when I was in the gym working out. You were always there, right? When I was going to doctor's appointments, bro, you were there. You know what I'm saying? So having you here now is just mind-blowing, because I think out of everybody in the program, there's Copeland, but I think you truly understand the aspect of what happened, right, during that time. So it's a gift to sit here with you, bro.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, dude. Yeah, because
you
you're
know.
right. We were doing the stuff early in the morning for the
Yep.
basketball, and then we were doing the doctor's appointments, and then
Yep.
we were doing the behind the scenes for the speaking and stuff. Yeah, so we've been
You
step by
like,
step. Yeah,
dude, God has truly had you on site for the whole experience.
I appreciate it.
So I have to thank you for always being willing to serve, and you were just an incredible model of service for me, bro.
Please, I try. I try to be a servant leader, but yeah, I wouldn't want it any other way. I think it was like, what, 5 or 4 years ago, freshman year, when Franklin was out of town. You asked me to rebound. I didn't think we'd be sitting here 5 years later, but
That's right, man.
that's awesome.
That was
It's
such
awesome
a
that we
gift.
get to be here and do this.
Yep.
But yeah.
So
Thank you. Yeah, once again, Branden Pannell, women's basketball coach, recent graduate of Ave Maria University. Thank you for giving me
brother.
your time today
I
for this
appreciate it.
interview. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
Yes.
All right. Best of luck.